Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, to the channel IT Simplified. I hope you're finding these videos useful and subscribing to the channel. In today's video on Veritas and Azure, I'm here to show you how you can integrate Veritas System Recovery 18, also known as VSR, with Azure Blob Storage. So that's the agenda today. But before I start, just to give you an idea about the environment, so I have on-prem server, which is Windows 2019, and it has a backup folder on-prem with the name on-prem backup. That is already installed. I will show you in a moment, right? And what I want to do is I'll be creating a copy on-prem on this folder, and I will also create a duplicate copy in Azure Storage. So as first part, I will also show you how to configure the blob storage in Azure. And in the second part, we'll flip over to our on-prem VSR server and actually have already installed Veritas System Recovery 18 on this machine. So everything is on one machine here, right? So we want to create a copy over here, and then we want to duplicate this in the cloud. That's what we want to do, right? So at least that gives you an idea about what we have on the environment. So just to show you, this is the machine I have, right? So I'm running System Recovery 18. It's in trial version right now. You get full functionality trial version, and this is the management console for that, and it is running on Server 2019 Data Center Edition. And just to give an idea about when you install this, you have a couple of tabs. You have a home tab, you have status, task, you get tools, you get advanced, right? So you get these, and it is very interactive, very easy to maneuver around. So let me just go to task over here, and then from here you have all these options. You want to run or manage backup, one-time backup, recover my computer, all those things, all these options are there, right? But the first step, as I said, that I'll do is to create a storage account within Azure so that we can duplicate the copy. And actually one more thing, so if I go to my file explorer, I have this on-site backup copy which I will be using to create an on-prem copy. So this is what infrastructure I have with me, right? So with that, let me go to the portal because we need a container in the cloud storage to create a duplicate copy over there. So for that, what I'm going to do is from your Azure storage, from your Azure subscription, go to the storage account. Let's go and click on add. Everything you need to deploy in a resource group, so I'll create new. So I'm showing you all the steps that you'll be needing, that you need to do. I'll name the resource group Veritas. I'll name the storage account name as let's name it Veritas Offsite Copy. You can pick location wherever you want to deploy this. I'll pick for this demonstration Central. Performance will be standard. The storage v2 general purpose version 2 is the right one. That's the latest, and you can choose what replication you want. I'll pick locally redundant storage. It will create 3 copies within one region, and you can choose what tier you want. You can either go with cool or you can go with hot, depending upon how you want to configure this. I will be only accessing this not that often, so I'll use the cool tier. It's much more cheaper as compared to the hot. Click on create. The reason you want to pick hot tier in case you are accessing these backup files quite often, right? In my case, it is only in case on-prem data is corrupted or something like that happens. So that's why I have picked the cool tier. So you can see that the deployment is underway, And once it is there, we can configure the container inside. Okay, so the deployment is successful. So let me go inside this newly created storage account. And the one which is used for backups are the blobs. So I will expand this. And we need to create a container in this. So click on container button and you need to give a name for this. I'll name it, say, container 1. You can choose what kind of public access level you want to give, private, blob, or container. I'll leave that to the default, which is private. Click on OK, and the container was created successfully. So let me close this and go back to the storage account. And you get a summary over here. The one, if you go under the settings, you have this access keys. And we'll come to this because we'll be needing this account name as well as a key which is generated for authentication purpose with Veritas System Recovery 18. So we have done most of the part on the Azure side. So let me go back to my System Recovery 18 server. And under the task, we'll go to run or manage backup. It will open a new wizard for you. So let's go to define new. And here you can pick backup my computer, which is recommended, or you can also go with selected files and folder. I'll take the default. And here you want to specify what drives you want to backup for this. So let me just pick C drive for this demonstration. I'll take most of the default, recovery point set recommended. That's fine. And here I need to specify the destination for storing backup data. So I can go and expand this folder icon. And as I said that I already have an on-site backup folder on my C drive. So I'll use that, or you can specify whatever destination you want, or you can also create a new folder from here too, right? And the second thing that I want to do, so this is the local destination. So this will be my on-prem copy, and then obviously we'll be using the cloud storage for offsite. So that's what we are trying to achieve. So this is the local destination, and then for the offsite copy, let me go and click on add. And here you can obviously choose folder, network path, FTP address, or open storage destination. Now the cloud storage falls under open storage destination, so we need to specify this. So in this case, you need to give exactly the way I'm typing. So Azure colon Azure.com / the name of the storage account, which was Veritas Offsite Copy. So you need to specify over here Veritas Offsite Copy, and then you need to go to edit, and then it is asking for the username. So the username is again the storage account name. I just need to copy that, which is again same thing, Veritas Offsite Copy. And then the password is the key. By default, Azure generates two keys, key 1 and key 2. You can use any of these, and you just need to add this to the password. Okay, and the logical storage unit is the container. So we created the container right now with the name container 1. So we'll pick that. Sometime it can take some time for this storage unit to populate, but it populated for us pretty fast, and click on OK. Okay, so it's once again asking me for the same information. The name of my storage account is Offsite Copy, and I'll provide the password. Click on OK. So the offsite copy was added. I'll go to next after this. Say yes. And here you can give the name for the job that that you're creating, and you can pick the compression. So you want to pick maybe none, standard, medium, or high. Basically, this will make sure that your data is compressed. You can pick whatever you want. I'll just make it high for this, and you can also limit the number of recovery point set saved on this backup. I will take all these default right now, go to next, and over here system recovery supports that your data is encrypted, so all the bad guys, they are not able to access this, so you need to provide a password for that. So I'll provide an encryption key, and system recovery supports both 128 as well as 256-bit encryption. Go to next, and here you can take the default or you can go with the advanced backup, how often you want to back up, right? In my case, I'll just pick default just to show you all the steps, and go to next. And here the default will start backing up at the time it is scheduled in those default the selection that we have made. But if you want, you can obviously click run backup now, and it will force the backup to run straight away. So all the files, all the drive that we have selected, everything will be backed up for you. So these are the steps. I'm not going to click on finish because it will start the backup straight away in case I pick this option. But this gives you an idea about you can create this on-prem copy, and then we have specified that it will create a duplicate in the Azure storage. So, and in case something happens to your on-prem copy or gets corrupted, you can always bring that up by using the backup that we have configured in the Azure Blob storage. I hope you found this video on Veritas System Recovery 18 and Azure Storage integration useful. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.